I'm the VP of hip hop and R&B for Audacy.
As a person who's been in hip hop for a long time, you've seen a lot of rap beefs.
Yes.
I mean, you've seen the Jay-Z and Nas Ether. Do you think Drake was right in suing Kendrick? Because I know he sued.
He didn't sue Kendrick.
He sued UMG.
All right, so there's two ways to look at that.
Okay.
One of them is the way that people look on the surface, you know, that he's a disgruntled employee, he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to look at it is that they're in the middle of negotiations.
Yeah.
He could be doing that to use it as a way to either leverage more money or to get out of his relationship with that company.
Okay.
That way, if he creates his own platform,
yeah,
or creates his own situation, I should say, he keeps all of that money. He doesn't have to share it with Universal Music Group.
Yeah.
So imagine, and just so people understand, say for instance, and these are accurate numbers.
Yeah.
Say for instance, he's working on a deal with UMG, and the number is $500 million.
Mm-hmm.
That $500 million is a loan. They don't just give him $500 million.
Right.
That's $500 million you can use to do business. You owe it back to us. So if you borrow $500 million from us and you turn it into $1 billion, you only owe us $500 million. Mm-hmm. So you basically used our money to make you money. Mm-hmm. Or, and by the way, if he doesn't pay that money back, he still owes them. Mm. So if you're looking at it, it's like, yo, I might not be able to pay them back that $500 million because of the blow that my reputation just took. Mm. But if I start my own thing and I have the assets, so I have the backing, I could keep that. I can now be the bank. I can now have a situation where people come to me to do that because he still has that cachet in the music industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the way I'm looking at it is, from what I saw in the lawsuit, when he's suing UMG, he's suing over them, I guess, boosting streams for Not Like Us.
Right.
Like them using the machine to boost it up. But I'm pretty sure Drake used that same machine to boost his stuff up.
Legally, I would say that if that mechanism was available to Kendrick, mm-hmm. that it was more than likely available to Drake as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I can speak on is that, you know, I also was listening to something else, and they were saying that, you know, he was saying that, you know, they were manipulating, you know, the streams and people playing it. Mm-hmm. I can say this: when I looked at Shazam, when I looked at all of the different research tools that are available, people just like
the song,
Not Like Us.
People, I mean,
like I saw the concert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I saw something
true,
that I've never seen before. I saw a person perform a song. What was it? 7 times in a row?
7 times in a row.
And people had the exact same reaction. The second time through the 7th time. That first time the reaction was different because Dr. Dre introduced it. That was different. But from the second time all the way through the last time, it was the same reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in my head, nah, bro. That's legitimate. They liked the song. They wanted to hear the song. We had to play the song reaction to a record.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, they messing up Drake's bag. Oh, they, you know, but I feel like, Drake, you started this battle. Mm-hmm. And now you mad because you losing. Like, I feel like he thought he was about to Meek Mill Kendrick. Like when he won I mean, this has happened before. Now I want to ask you about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because obviously it's in New Orleans, which is Lil Wayne's hometown.
Okay.
However, Kendrick has been picked to perform. Mm-hmm. How you feel about that? Do you feel like that's fair?
First, let me say this.
Okay.
If you were financing a concert, and you were trying to bring the most people and the most attention to your concert, would you have Kendrick as a headliner or Wayne as a headliner? And we're not talking about New Orleans. The Super Bowl is international. So who do you have to maximize your show? Lil Wayne or Kendrick Lamar?
I'm sorry, Wayne.
All right.
I gotta pick Kendrick.
Okay, and then
right now,
something that you might want to research. Whenever they suggest who performs on a Super Bowl show, and you can check me on it. If I'm wrong, you can call me later and say, you know what, you were wrong about that. That way I'll stop saying it. But from what I understand is they also ask the host city. They give them a list of names.
Oh, okay.
They say, hey, here are 4 or 5, 6 or whatever people we were considering.
Okay.
Give us your input since you're the host.
Okay.
I believe they have that ability. Now, I'm going to ask, even if you are the city of New Orleans, if you want to bring the most people into New Orleans, do you have Kendrick Lamar or do you have Lil Wayne as your headliner?
You gotta get Kendrick right now.
If you're an NFL owner and you want to bring in as many endorsement and advertising dollars as possible, who do you have as the performer for your halftime show?
I'm gonna say Kendrick. I'm gonna say Kendrick. I do think that it's the Super Bowl. So you go get the endorsements. I feel like you will get the endorsements.
That's fair.
Either way.
That's very fair.
I feel like a lot of people who are getting the endorsements, I don't want to say this and sound wrong, but like I feel like they don't necessarily care about the halftime show. They care about the marketing, the commercials.
They care about their product being in front of so many people. Right.
Exactly. So I would say, honestly, to answer your question, Kendrick, of course.
Okay.
Because he's global right now.
Right. So it's not just, and people are like, it's disrespectful. He's from there. They did it last year in LA. It's like, whoa. That was an anomaly last year.
Yeah.
That was an anomaly.
I agree.
Usually, they don't invite somebody from the hometown to perform it. They just invite the biggest stars recently.
That's true.
Like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, 50.
Oh, that was fire. Yeah.
Mary J. Blige.
Beyonce.
Yeah, it's like it's like Wayne is an icon.
Yeah.
But does Wayne push the needle the way Kendrick does in this moment of time for a global event? Yes, it's being held in New Orleans.
Right.
But not theoretically. It's a global event.
Yeah.
The stage is physically in New Orleans, but it's a global event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what to make it easy, I would have only invited Wayne to do the halftime show if I was promised that Drake and or Nicki Minaj was going to be a part of the show. I would take a Drake, Nicki, Wayne show at Super Bowl the same way I would a Kendrick show. Because the three of them together, even if it was just Drake.
Yeah.
Hell, even if it was just Nicki.
Yeah.
Because realistically, from a marketing standpoint, Drake and Nicki are a lot bigger than Wayne.
I agree. Especially in this day and time. And Drake got hits for days. Nicki.
All of them have hits.
All of them got hits.
All of them have hits, even with each other. But if you were telling me I was going to get a poo-poo platter of Young Money, I might take that over Kendrick.
That would be legendary. And then you don't know who they would bring out. They might bring out Tyga.
They could bring out anybody.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to because it's three of them.
They would rock it. Yeah, that's true. I agree. I have such a soft place in my heart for Wayne because he shaped the culture.
Absolutely.
With the Carter 3, his mixtapes, and I mean, he hold a lot of weight. However, I did hear somebody on the Breakfast Club, I think it was Charlamagne, and he was like, look, Wayne ain't well right now, so he can't be performing at nobody's Super Bowl at this point. So he was like, it's not even a conversation that
people who are smarter than us, people who are smarter than us,
yeah,
have taken all of those things into considerations and they made their decision.
Okay, I got you. Let's talk about this Diddy situation. Because at the end of the day, you grew up in the era where Diddy was it. And Diddy's songs is,
absolutely.
I just like R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly's songs. I know what he did was wrong. His songs are so good though. I feel like you can separate the artist from the music. That's just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Some people don't feel that way. But when it comes to Diddy, after all of these years, and obviously we have tapes now of him committing these crimes, are we still bumping Diddy on the radio?
No, I tell you what people don't realize.
Okay.
Every year that goes by,
mm-hmm.
those songs from then fade out anyway.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they got more popular.
Like I give you a perfect example. Now there's certain songs that'll probably play forever, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
One More Chance, a couple of Biggie songs, a couple of Tupac songs.
Mm-hmm.
But think about how many hit songs it were from back then that you don't hear anymore. That's because every year they fade away.
Okay.
At least on radio and different streaming services, they just fade away. It's not that they aren't good, but you have to make room. Like songs that were playing 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Those are the throwback songs now.
Okay. Yeah. I just feel like with the new age of TikTok and Instagram, like the song, even Encore, good love,
right.
Like those are like viral sensations, and these people are now getting the recognition that I feel like they should have had back in the day. But it sounds like that may not impact radio that much, like the viral TikTok song.
No,
are they pressing y'all to play those?
We take everything into consideration. Like it's almost like we can't have too much information on what people like. Like
okay.
if I had a shoe store and I found out on TikTok everybody's trying to get Jordan 17s and they looking for the joints in the box. If I owned a shoe store and I found out that's what people were wearing on TikTok, mm-hmm. I might add some more of those into stock.
Yeah.
They go come see me.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with music. Like Diddy's music, as each year goes by, like say for instance his first song was the Audacy and Mary J. Blige joints. Mm. On mainstream radio, not UAC, not throwback radio, but on mainstream radio, those songs have faded out years ago anyway. That song is 30 years old. Those songs are 30, 35 years old.
So he not losing no money on the radio?
No. Not from mainstream radio.
Okay.
Like, a lot of those were on throwback radio stations.
Okay.
More of them were on adult contemporary stations.
Mm-hmm.
He might be losing from that perspective.
Okay.
But from mainstream, nah.
But it feel like, honestly, in somebody like in his position, it feel like he kind of too big to fail in the money department.
Oh no, if you wanted to deplete someone's funds,
mm-hmm.
you make them have to pay a lawyer over an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Lawyers go to school to learn a specific craft. That craft is worth a specific fee, mm-hmm. and that fee ain't cheap.
Okay. Yeah, that's
true.
They
earn their money.
Yeah.
And
I got a lawyer right now that's $400 an hour.
Yeah, like a lawyer is not going to give you a discount.
So they probably thinking
especially the bigger the crime. The bigger the crime, no, brother, I can't give you. I'm just trying to keep you out of jail at this point.
At this point, and it ain't working.
And you know what? The drain on my resources as an attorney is not cheap. I have to be paid. My team has to be paid. The company, the firm has to get their cut. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I'm sorry, brother, I don't have a Groupon for this.
Yeah.
And a great lawyer, which For people like this in that tax bracket of that stature,
Caliber, yeah.
they're not using inexpensive counseling. They're using the best that's available. And the best that are available, charge accordingly.
Okay.
And that will drain your, and don't forget, he's had to sell a lot of stuff. He's had to separate himself from a lot of his companies. So it's not like his stream of income has depleted significantly.
Yeah. That's true. That sucks though. I mean, it's hard when you see your heroes fall like that. Especially when you create such a big legacy.